Hello everyone, welcome to the STEM Digital School. This is grade 5 Natural Sciences and Technology. My name is Onkababete Setswe and I will be your teacher today. So guys, just quickly, so the past 2 days we have been looking at matter and materials, and we've been looking at the uses of metals. All right, so you guys remember we had looked in how rather we have looked at the differences between metals and non-metals. Okay, so today we will be continuing with that topic. Okay, so guys, just remember that you can use you guys can give us your comment or your question or your answer. And guys, very much important to note, please keep your videos off for the session. All right, please do keep your video or webcams off. Do not switch your videos on during the lesson. Okay, so I think we will start with a young recap. Okay, so we looked at special properties of metals. Okay, and we had established that not all metals are magnetic. Magnetism is a very interesting property of some metals, and very much important to note that only iron, cobalt, and nickel are magnetic. Okay, and we also said many appliances and tools are made of iron, making lots of the metals around metal objects around us magnetic. Okay, so non-metals are not magnetic. And we also looked at metals and heat, and we also looked at metals and corrosion. As you guys remember, the activity that we looked at, I think it was yesterday now, of metals and heat, using the teaspoon, the metal teaspoon, using the wooden teaspoon as well as the plastic teaspoon. And we also looked at how metals corrode, and we looked at the example of coins, right, on how we can clean coins to remove the tarnish that is found on coins. And we also said we can use paint, right, to avoid our metals from rusting. Okay, so I see Malik, I think, has a question. I'll just unmute. Good afternoon, Malik.
Ma'am,
Oh, you found it. All right, cool, awesome.
Ma'am?
Sorry about that. I muted you again. Yes.
Ma'am, I thought I wanted to ask you what page is it on, but ma'am, are we doing properties of metals again today?
Today we will be looking at the uses of metals.
Okay,
Right.
I'll just look for that.
It's just underneath the special properties of metals is the topic that follows.
So it says some common metals and their special properties.
Okay, so remember, special properties was the magnetism, the heat, as well as the corrosion. So just after the corrosion, we should get to the topic which we will be covering today.
Okay, I'll just look for it, ma'am.
Cool, awesome.
Okay.
Right, so I hope everyone is following. You are following in your textbooks, and you do have your notebooks with you.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Hello. All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, cool. So we'll just continue. As I was saying, guys, that these three properties will fall under the special properties of metals. And now we are going to look at the uses of metals. All right. Okay. So this is our subtopic. All right. Okay, so our first point here says different metals are used to make different things. And this is because some metals, and first characteristic goes like this. Some metals are shinier than others. So the shinier metals, we would most likely use these metals to make our jewelry, right? And then other metals are softer or harder than others. And then some metals conduct heat better than others. And other metals are magnetic while other magnets are not magnetic. So that's just to test your memory, which metals are magnetic, which three metals are magnetic. So just raise your, or rather you raise your hand, or you can write your answer in the group chat. I see Chinoso says Malik was talking, man. Okay, let me just quickly hear what Malik was saying. Yes, Malik?
Ma'am,
Yebo.
I found uses of metal. It says uses of metal structures. It's on page 80.
It's page 80 on the Platinum textbook.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so guys, if you are using the Platinum textbook, you can go to page 80. All right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So guys, my question, I said that which metals are magnetic? So that's a question I'm asking you. I see Kotso answered in the group saying it is steel. Okay. Which three metals? There's three of them. Just write their names in the group chat, or you can raise your hand to give me the answer. So this is the same question that I asked you guys yesterday. I'm asking it again to see if you really remember which metals are magnetic. Which three metals are magnetic? So let's say this says it's iron, nickel, and steel. All right, thank you very much for the answer, Lesedi. Can someone else also give us an answer? Which three metals are magnetic? Which three metals are magnetic? Which three metals are magnetic? Leletu says aluminium. All right, thank you, Leletu, for the answer. Okay, so guys, quick reminder, the three metals which are magnetic, it is iron, it is cobalt, as well as nickel. All right, so steel, guys, yes, steel is a metal, but it's a metal alloy. Okay, and we are going to look at metal alloys. I know most of you guys saying that steel is magnetic, and that is true. Steel is magnetic, but it is a mixture of metals. All right, but the three metals which are magnetic is iron, cobalt, as well as nickel. All right, iron, cobalt, and nickel. So you guys can just try to remember that using the acronym ICN. Okay, ICN. So it is, the I stands for iron, the C stands for cobalt, and the N stands for nickel. Okay, so those are the three magnets which, the three metals which are magnetic. Okay, aluminium is not magnetic. All right, so aluminium is not magnetic. Okay, I see students says they need an easier way to remember it. So you guys can just use that. I'll write it in the group. So the ICN, the I will stand for iron, the C is cobalt, the N is nickel. All right. Awesome. Okay, so guys, let us look at pure metals. All right, so sometimes a metal is most useful when it is pure. Malik, I see your hand and I will come to you right now. Let me just finish up with this slide. Okay, so sometimes metals is most useful when it is pure. So when we talk about a pure metal, it means that we are just using that metal. Okay, we are not mixing two metals. It's just that one metal. For example, if we are using gold, we'll just be using gold. If we are using iron, we'll just be using iron. All right. Kopano asks, what is ICN? That is iron, cobalt, and nickel. An easier way to remember the three metals which are magnetic. Okay. Then let's just go back to pure metals. An example of pure metals is pure aluminium, which can be rolled into very thin sheets. And aluminium foil has many uses at home. Okay, and there is our aluminium foil, which is a pure metal. All right. Okay, so let us hear what Malik has to say. Kopan. Okay, I'm Nelly. All right. I'll try to remember that, okay? All right, Malik.
Well,
Yeah,
it says, yeah, the thing that I was reading right now while I was listening to you teach. It says metals are used in the construction of buildings because steel is so strong. The fireworks for scrappers and large buildings such as warehouses have a steel structure pylon that carries electricity waves are also steel structures. Look at picture 8. So, ma'am, yes, that's a pylon are steel structures. Pylons are steel structures, ma'am.
all right. Okay, thank you very much for that, Malik. So I hope you guys could hear what Malik said. All right. So guys, Malik was talking about, or rather, where steel is used. Ne? So let us just, I will explain, guys, what steel is. Okay. So I will explain to us what steel is and why steel is magnetic. Okay. All right. So now let us look at mixtures of metals. So many metals are more useful when they are not pure. Okay, and what do we mean by that? When we're saying that a metal is not pure, we mean that we have mixed two metals, two or more metals together. Okay, for example, pure gold is too soft to use for jewelry and it is mixed. So gold is usually mixed with iron, all right, so to make it more stronger. So pure iron as well is hardly used at all because it rusts and it is too weak for many users. And here we have gold jewelry, which is mixed with iron. So guys, steel is a hard, strong gray or bluish gray alloy of iron with carbon and has other elements in it. Okay, so when we talk about steel, steel has other elements or other metals as well as iron. Okay, and that is why it is strong and that is why it is also magnetic. Okay, so I hope everyone is following. If you do have any questions, remember, you can put them in the group chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, so uses of metals and metal alloys. So remember, steel is also an example of a metal alloy because it's a mixture. So an alloy, this is the name that I'm referring to. Metal alloy is a mixture of metals, right? So pure metals and mixtures of metals are used to make a wide range of products. Okay, then wire is made from metals because metals can be drawn into wires and because metals are strong. Okay, very much important to note that metals are strong. And then coins are made from metals because metals are long lasting and are hard and strong. Metals can be melted and poured into molds, and this is how coins are made. Right. So I see a student is saying, ma'am, HP's iPad. If you do have a question, just write out your question or you can raise your hand. Yeah? Okay, so here we have an example of how metal is molded. So it would be heated up and placed in a mold that would give the metal its form. Okay, so here's an example of how metals are molded. All right. And if we can just move on. Okay, so guys, jewelry, it is made from metals because metals are shiny, just as I had mentioned in the beginning of the lesson. And then furniture, buildings, bridges, motor cars, and roofs are made from metals because metals are hard, strong, and malleable. So can you guys tell me, what does malleable mean? What does the word malleable mean? What does malleable mean? I see HP's iPad says copper is very strong and is used as electricity. So it is used to carry electricity or to conduct electricity. Ne? Just keep that in mind. It is used to conduct electricity and also says being able to shape something. I think that is the answer to being malleable. Thank you very much, HP's iPad. Leletu's hand is up. I'll just unmute you right now. Leletu, just accept. Okay, so Leletu, I cannot unmute you because you are not accepting. All right, so you can, okay, there we go. Yes, Leletu. Leletu. All right, Leletu, so we unfortunately cannot hear you. I think you can write your answer in the group chat, né? Then I'll read it out to everyone. Leletu, unfortunately, your sound is not good, but you can write your answer in the group chat, okay? Just write your answer in the group chat, Leletu. Your sound is not good right now. Okay, so Koto says when we speak about something being malleable, we're saying that it is a strong metal. Okay, then Lesedi says it can be shaped. Right, so thank you very much, guys, for your answers. Leletu, I'm still waiting for your answer in the group chat because we unfortunately couldn't hear you. All right. So guys, when we say something is malleable, we mean that it is able to be hammered, all right, or pressed into a shape without breaking or cracking. Okay, so that is what we mean when we say that metals are hard, strong, and malleable means it can be hammered, pressed into a shape without breaking or cracking. All right. Okay, so let us move on. Okay, so kitchen utensils are made from metals because metals are shiny, hard, and strong as well. Okay, so here we have an example of airplanes which are made from strong, durable sheets of metal. So another interesting term here that we see is durable. Okay, so what does the word durable mean? What does the word durable mean? So you guys can use the group chat or you can raise your hand to give me the answer. What does the word durable mean? When we say that something, a metal is durable, what do we mean? Okay, So HP's iPad says it's something that lasts. And Neo says it is able to withstand wear, pressure, damage, or hard wearing. All right, so thank you very much, guys. And indeed, those are correct answers. All right, so thank you, HP's iPad, as well as Neo, for those beautiful answers. So airplanes are made from strong, durable sheets of metal. Okay, so they are long lasting. Okay, then we have a bridge, which is also made of metal. And Malik also mentioned to us that buildings as well as bridges, sorry about that, are made from metals. Okay. So if you guys can just also follow, I'm sure your textbooks have a lot of examples with regards to that. All right. So we are going to do an activity which says the uses of metals in your home. Okay. And right now, guys, I believe you are in your room or somewhere in a room at your house, of course. And I will need you guys to actually work with me here. Okay, so let us go through the instructions first. They say that number one says choose 8 metal objects from your home. Okay, so you guys are going to choose maybe 1 or 2 metal objects in the room that you are in. Okay, and then you're going to tell us about that metal object. Okay, so the second instruction says next to each metal object on your list, write why you think the metal was used to make this object. You should write what property of metal makes it the best material for that particular job. Okay, so remember, properties of metals. So guys, you should remember the properties of metals. Properties of metals, if you guys remember, we said that metals are usually shiny, metals are hard and they feel heavy. And we also said metals are dense, metals conduct electricity and heat, metals are malleable, metals are ductile, and metals can withstand high heat or high temperatures without melting or changing their shapes. Okay, so these are the properties of metals that I have just mentioned to you. So Kopano, sorry, Nelly, I think that is your name. Are you confused with something? Are you confused maybe, or you're not following? Just indicate to me if you're not following that so that I can explain to you what we will be doing now. Okay, then the third point says, if you think the object could also have been made from another material, say which material. You may want to look at the example below for ideas. So this is what I need you guys to do now. We won't be writing down, but we will be talking to each other. All right, so I will need you to raise your hand, then I can unmute you, and then you will tell me about the metal object that you see in the room. For example, it is the broom handle. And then you're going to also tell me why was metal used for the broom handle, and your reason could be the metal is strong and durable. All right. And if you think that the broom handle could have used another material, you would say instead of metal, we could have used wood or strong plastic. All right. So that is what I want us to do. So guys, I'm going to give you a minute. Look around your room, the room in which you're in right now. Identify a metal object and raise your hand and tell me more about that metal object. Okay, I see in the group, Noah says true. Oh, Kopano, then what material is a bridge made out of? Bridges are made of metals as well as concrete. Okay. And Noah says triangular shaped bridges are withstandable. All right. Okay. So guys, raise your hand and tell me the metal object that you have identified in your room, and let us talk about that metal object that you see in the room that you are in. Okay, Leletu's hand is up. Let's hope your mic works perfect this time.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Leletu.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm well, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, ma'am. I saw a stapler, ma'am.
A stapler.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So why do you think a metal was used for the stapler?
The metal was used for stapler because stapler you can hold it. It's not like plastic stapler. It's metal stapler. And stapler
Okay.
is used to staple papers, ma'am.
All right. Okay, beautiful. So if
I
this, yes,
I think that they took metal and made this stapler because it's easy to staple papers than other things, ma'am.
all right, beautiful, Lilith. So what if they didn't use metal? What other material could they have used to make that stapler?
Oh, okay. They could maybe use.
Lilith, do you think wood
They could
would
have
have
used.
worked?
Yeah, I think so, ma'am. Yes, I think so.
All right, thank you very much, Lilith.
Because wood is strong, ma'am.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much, Nick.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right, so Leletu spoke about a metal stapler which is present in the room that Leletu is in. Okay, Samulo asked which page we are on. All right, so Samulo, this activity is in the Thunderbolts textbook, all right? The Siabula textbook. Hi, Nell. Okay, so no, yes, no. Wait, yeah, yeah.
I think I found a windowsill.
A window sill, all right.
Window
Perfect.
frame.
Okay, the window frame. So why do you think the window frame is made of metal?
For example, ma'am, if a glass breaks, then the window frame it stands in its position.
Okay. So if the glass breaks, the window sill stands in its position, meaning that it is strong, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Noah. Yes, Isengiwa's hand is up. Okay, guys, let me just quickly, Isengiwe, I will get to you now. Let me just quickly address what is going on in the group. Kopano is saying Thunderbolt Kids. What is that, guys? That is the textbook that we are using. Okay, that is the textbook that I am using to prepare the slides. Right. So if you need the textbook after the lesson, sorry, Nelly, I'm sorry about that, Nelly. After the lesson, you can get the textbook online. It's free online, and you can go on the Thunderbolt Kids website to get hold of this textbook. Okay. So if you don't have the textbook, don't worry. You guys can just do the activity with me here, and you can do the activities found in your own textbooks for extra practice. All right. Okay. Let's hear what Shengiwe has to say. Hi, Shengiwe.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
A butler window.
Butler window. Okay. So why do you think a metal butler window was used?
To protect us when the thieves want to come in this room. The butler window it's won't let it in.
Okay, beautiful. So basically what you're saying is that the metal butler window is so strong and so hard that when thieves come in and try to break it, they will fail, right?
Ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so instead of metal, do you think we could use a paper butler window, a wood butler window, or plastic butler window? Which other material could we use the butler window for?
Only the metal, ma'am.
Okay, so if there was no metal, which other one could you use?
Wood.
Wood, because it's also strong, eh? Nice. Thank you very much, Kengiwe.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So Malik's hand is up. Yes, Malik. Yes, Malik. What metal object have you seen in your room or in the room that you are in? Malik? Okay, Malik, so I am not getting any sound from you. Okay, Malik, I am not getting any sound from you. We'll try again later. Okay, so let me go to the group chat. HP's iPad says, ma'am, I have a magnet and it can stick to our fridge. All right, so meaning that the magnet obviously is very much magnetic, and the fridge would have a metal, either iron, nickel, or cobalt, which makes it magnetic. Okay, and we address the Thunderbolts kids issue. Okay, and then, all right, cool. So guys, let's say this says there is an electric kettle made from aluminium, I think. Electric kettle made from aluminium. Okay, so let's say, why do you think that the kettle is made from aluminium, or why was aluminium used to make the kettle? Let's say, why was the kettle made from aluminium? And send through your answer in the group chat, or you can raise your hand. Okay, guys, you guys haven't told me the metals that you see in your room. I need everyone to give me an answer. Metals that you see in your room right now. Any metal object that you see in your room. Lesedi, I'm also still waiting on your answer. Okay, so Shamolo, you haven't answered me, but you are talking in the group chat. So I am going to request an answer from you, Nelly, as well. I am going to request an answer from you, Koto. I will also request an answer from you. The metal objects that you guys see in your room. Sierra, you as well, ne? Metal objects that you see in the room that you're in right now. Give me an example of those objects. So wait, guys, in the room that you're in, you can't see any examples of metal objects. Okay, so let's say if he was talking about the kettle, says that for it to conduct the heat, it gets when it is turned on. Okay, so that is a beautiful example that you have given me, that metals also conduct heat, and that is why aluminum is used. And you'd probably be referring to the element of the kettle. Okay, so when you talk about the element of the kettle, is that wire thing that you find inside the kettle. Okay, so that is that wire thing that you find inside the kettle, and that actually conducts heat and warms up your water. Okay, Koto says the door handle, and it is made from steel. Okay, so Koto, why do you think the door handle is made from steel? Koto, why do you think that the door handle is made from steel? Okay, Lele 2 also has their hand up. Let's hear what Lele 2 has to tell us. Yebo.
I saw nails, ma'am. Not the nails come from your hands, the other nails that you work with, ma'am.
Ooh, Lele 2, can you please repeat that? Just go a bit slower for me.
I saw nails, ma'am. Not the nails that come from nails, ma'am. I am not the nails that come from your fingers, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, so those nails are made of metal. All right, so Lele too is saying that you said you saw nails, right? So those ones that are hammered into the walls or the cupboards, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you guys. So guys, as you can see, in our everyday life, we have different uses of metals. Okay, so that is very much important to note. And at times we can substitute metals for other materials. All right. So that was basically the point of this activity that we have covered now. All right. So guys, remember, you should know the properties of metals. Remember, we said metals are usually shiny, metals are hard, and they can feel heavy. Some metals are dense. Metals conduct electricity and heat very well. Metals are malleable, and metals are also ductile, and metals can also be heated to high temperature without changing their shape. All right. Okay, so guys, key concepts. Metals have some special properties, and we looked at that. Remember the special properties, we said it's magnetism, it's conducting heat, as well as corrosion. Metals can conduct heat, and some metals are magnetic, and the metals which are magnetic is our iron, cobalt, and nickel. Okay, metals have many uses, and when we choose a material for a certain purpose, we look for a material with the right properties for the job. Okay, so very much important to note this key concepts. I hope you have them in your books or have them in your notebooks. Okay. So guys, tomorrow, the plan was to play Kahoot. Are you guys familiar with Kahoot? Please use the yes and no button on your participants icon. Please quickly, just a quick answer. Do you guys know what Kahoot is? Press the yes or the no button, which is appearing on the participants icon. Okay, I see one no. Sierra says not really, ma'am. Dando says yes. Okay. As I need everyone to answer so that I know if we can play Kahoot tomorrow or not. Shengiwe says no, we're going back to Kahoot. Okay, I didn't say we're going back. I was just checking if you guys are familiar with it. Come guys, respond. You know it, man. Okay. All right, cool. So most of you guys know it now, right? So today I'm gonna need you to prepare for Kahoot. So we're going to play Kahoot tomorrow, and I will explain how Kahoot works. Okay. I need you guys to prepare, basically just go through your work on properties of metals, properties of non-metals, special properties of metals, and uses of metals. Just go through the work, okay? And then tomorrow we're gonna play Kahoot. So guys, basically what Kahoot is, it's a multiple choice game, right? So it's a game that we're gonna play, and so you guys would basically just need to go through your work and then answer questions on Kahoot. So you will need 2 devices, or if you do not have 2 devices, guys, it's fine. You can split your screen, all right, on your phone or on the laptop, just open 2 browsers. Or alternatively, if you can't do what is required there, then you can use the Zoom group chat to send through your answers. So this is how it's going to go now. I need you guys to follow with me now. You must not exit the Zoom meeting or the Zoom class. You should not exit the Zoom class, and this is how it will go. So I'm going to share my screen, all right? Okay, and then I'm gonna press this button here and we're gonna play, right? So there is a game pin that is going to appear on screen. Let's just give it a few seconds rather. Then it should appear now. And then you guys, what you should do is on your phone or on your other device, you need to go to www.kahoot.it, all right? So you guys will need to go on www.kahoot.it. and then enter this game pin. All right, so you guys will need to go to www.kahoot.it, but you shouldn't exit. Sorry about that. So that is the music we'll be listening to tomorrow as we play. Okay, so you guys need to go to kahoot.it and then enter the game pin, and then it will let you in on the game. All right, so it will let you in on the game, and then the questions are going to appear on the screen. And then on your other device or on your other browser, that is where you'll be answering. So can someone just please go to www.kahoot.it so we can just start, do a quick show of how this needs to work. Someone just please go to www.kahoot.it and enter the game pin. So you can also just test it now if your phone can split the screen. So you guys can also just test it now if your phone can split screens, or if you're going to require 2 devices, or if you are going to use the Go chat. So is anyone going to? Okay, thank you. As I have mentioned, that you do not exit the class. You need to stay in the class, and then you're gonna go to your web browser. Okay, so if you're using Chrome, you're gonna go to Chrome, open a new tab, and type in www.kahoot.it. Okay, so you need to open a new tab and type www.kahoot.it, and you will need to enter the game pin, and then your name is going to appear here, right? So you mustn't rather see Neo entered. Thank you very much, Neo. Neo just entered the game, yeah? So then we're gonna start. The reason why you shouldn't exit this class is because the questions are going to appear in the class, all right? But on your screen at www.kahoot.it, you will have options which you need to choose from. For example, we have a question here which is asking about reactants, right? So on your screen at kahoot.it, you'll get the triangle, the circle, the diamond, as well as the square. And you need to press the correct answer. So that is how it is going to work. Okay, so now just press any answer for me quickly. Okay, so now just send in an answer, as I can see there. Let's just wait for the 26 seconds to elapse, and we'll just show you what will happen. So you guys do have limited time to send through your answers. Okay, I think someone also joined in the game, and we have 2 answers, and we have 3 seconds remaining, and class is almost over. So we'll have something like this, right? And it will show us who answered with the triangle, who answered the square, diamond, that one, the circle, as well as the square, and it will also show us the correct answer. So that is, in short, how Kahoot works, okay? But I will go through it with you guys tomorrow before we start, okay? All right, guys, so thank you very, very much for joining in today's lesson. Like I said, the textbook that I used was the Natural Science and Technology Grade 5 Siavula textbook, and you can get it on the Thunderbolts Kids website, yeah? Or you can just type in Google Grade 5 Natural Science and Technology textbook, and you will see the website popping up. Guys, we are not using the same pin. That is why you need to be in class in order to get the game pin. All right. So if you do have any questions, you can email the school at stemdigitalschool@africateamgeeks.co.za, or you can alternatively send me an email, and my email is just appearing on screen right now. So guys, thank you very much for joining me, and see you tomorrow as we're gonna have fun playing Kahoot. Good day and goodbye.